One thing I want to say that it's extremely important for people who are, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're working for somebody else, or you're just a parent at home. It's not just a parent, actually, the most important job of being a parent, being a mom or a dad. When you're very busy, being busy, right, which is, I think, part of the problem that is happening on our planet at the moment. What happens is we disconnect from all the gifts that we have, the gifts of senses. People forget that, there's a way to reconnect to your sense of smell, sense of touch, right? Senses are what enhances and contributes to this experience. And we started having the conversation earlier today about beauty and love.
Yes.
To fully experience beauty and love, you have to bring all of your senses onto the table. Mm-hmm. And when you feel disconnected, right? When you're on autopilot of fight or flight, which most business people are in fight or flight, right? And this is why I said that for me, it took a while to learn that I have to take time off to reconnect to my core essence. Reconnecting to the core essence means if you're going to eat a strawberry, you're going to enjoy that strawberry, right? Yes. And every aspect of that strawberry. Yes. You're going to listen to the music. It's really allowing for that music and feeling that music being infused in every cell of your being, right? Mm-hmm. Touch, it's about, maybe hugging your pet or your loved one and really experiencing that physical touch, which is so important right now, especially in our disconnected state of the world that we're all experiencing in. It's really about reconnecting to every aspect of who we are to have that full experience of beauty and love, which to me, beauty is love. So to experience love or the state of love, right? Love is not an emotion, it's beyond that. It's about a state of being, right? You have to enlist all of your senses. It's interesting because I had COVID recently. Yes. And I lost my sense of smell. So it's slowly kind of coming back. But it's amazing how we take that for granted. Because I remember, even now, sometimes I'll eat my meals and I'm like, oh, I'm missing that full experience of smelling, right? Yes. The strawberry, the raspberry, whatever, the tea. Yes. Right? So don't take those senses for granted because it really enhances your experience here on Earth and why we're here on Earth.
Yeah. And it's so true that it's something we so easily take for granted because we just think this is just our normal state, but it's actually our magical state, that we have this ability to really have this multi-sensory experience of life. And especially HSPs have an even, stronger sensory experience because we feel everything so powerfully. And to reconnect to those senses is so great. And maybe those who are like, oh, that sounds great, I want to do this. How can people make friends with their senses? And I believe you also have a gift related to that.
I do have a gift. So earlier this year, I launched a program. It's called DAIA, Deepen and Anchor Your Awareness. And this is a 6-week program where every week you reconnect to a different sense, whether it's intuition, smell, touch, right? Hearing. So the gift that I'm giving is awakening your sense of sight, which is amazing because if you think about it, you think, oh, I see things, but do you really see things? Because majority of what we see is not what we perceive. It's the world beyond the physical. So through an exercise that I'm giving as a gift, it's important to recognize that you have to disconnect from the blue light that is coming out through the screen. So yes, set your time when, of course, when you're doing the work, but it's very important to disconnect from that as well and go into nature. Mm-hmm. And imagine yourself being, this is just an example, a 2-year-old or maybe a 1-year-old. Have you ever watched babies and how they just begin to walk and they're just seeing the world for the very first time? Like literally going out and seeing a tree and just really seeing it, right?
Yes.
So it's giving yourself permission to experience the world through an eyes of a 2-year-old,
Mm.
right? So being more in nature, because nature truly reminds us of the beauty and the essence of who we are. And the third step will be really taking in every day, reminding yourself to connect to something that you are seeing as if you're seeing for the first time and enjoying it. Yes?
Beautiful.
And this is one of the things actually I realized that I was missing when I had my COVID for 15 days when I was sick. One of my kids, Mark, and I daily go for little walks. And on our way, there's jasmine that's blossoming, right? We live in Florida, so jasmine is very common. So on our way, we actually pick 2 jasmine flowers and we smell it. This is the beginning of our walk. We really inhale and we're, this aroma is just, we're allowing for this aroma to enhance our state of being. It usually happens second part of the day, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock after dinner. We take our dogs for a walk. And it is such a beautiful experience because after that, we look at the sky, we look at the trees. I mean, this is literally something we do every day. And we just stay in a state of wonder together. And we point out things that are beautiful. I don't know how it came to me. I think because my mom was probably naturally that way her whole life. And every day we would go on a walk, she would pinpoint fairies to us, right? So to most people, there's no fairies. To her, there were fairies everywhere. So when Mark and I went for a walk during COVID, I realized I couldn't smell the flower.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been missing. But anyway, we still do the ritual. Yesterday we went on a walk and we picked the flowers and I could just slightly smell it a little bit. And I said, oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. The sense of smell, but then it enhances our flow of connecting to the rest of the natural world around us. So it's a wonderful exercise, whatever it is you choose to do in nature, to give yourself permission to connect to this beauty through your senses, because it's going to enhance your experience and increase your vibrational frequency.
So beautiful. What a gorgeous share, and also what a wonderful gift that you can find right next to this video to get access to that for free. So that is such a generous gift you're sharing. So thank you for that. And I love what you just shared about how we have this opportunity to really use our senses to connect to beauty. And this is true for wherever we live, whatever we do. It doesn't have to be that we are in a stunning, supposedly stunning location. It can just be your neighborhood park. It can be anywhere, really. And if you have the lens of beauty, you will find it. And I think that's so encouraging that beauty is a state of mind, and you can see it if you're intent on finding it. And that is so beautiful to see how you embody that literally every single day. So so beautiful.